Hi there, and welcome to April's new moon ritual. We have a new moon tonight in Aries, and that's an interesting moon. If your moon sign is Aries, then you know what I'm talking about. You know, people with new moon or with a moon sign in Aries, underneath whatever exterior there is, whatever their rising sign and their sun sign is, what beats within them underneath all of that is a really strong heart, a heart that has a firm foundation, solid expectations, a lot of energy, a lot of stamina, a lot of courage. Aries people are very brave. They're very focused. They're usually right. There's an accuracy to this new moon energy tonight. And so what I want to tell you is, and I've been telling my students this for the past couple of days too, this new moon is go time. This is really the first new moon of the growth season here in the Northern Hemisphere, which means that you can use the intentions that you set tonight to really create some momentum in your life, some forward energy, some trajectory for you, a path to follow. And that's been coming up in my classes too. We've been talking about the fact that if you don't have a direction, if you don't, I keep talking about a self-driving car that has, built-in navigation, it still needs a destination to go. So tonight I want you, with this new moon ritual, we're working with Hawk energy tonight, with your seer candle. Hawk energy is about getting you to elevate, to helicopter up. I used to say that in coaching. To helicopter up so that you can get the 30,000 foot view, right, of what's going on in your life. If you're too mired down, if you're too in the weeds of your life, if you're too focused on what's happening right, in your life right now, and all the problems and all the challenges and what might happen tomorrow and what happened yesterday, the reason we meditate in ceremony and sacred practice, the reason we do that is so that we can helicopter up and get a different view, get an elevated view, not just of our own lives and like whatever, challenges are right in front of us, but so that we can see all the dynamics at play, what I like to call the choreography of souls. Because you're involved in a lot of different dances, aren't you? Like at home with your family, and then with friends, and then with coworkers, and then with extended family, and then with online communities if you're in them, right? Like you're embedded in all these really intimate dances of energy with all different kinds of people and beings, and with their own intentions and their own. And then there's, of course, the whole network of people in the world, because we're all one, that you don't consciously know, and yet you're also embedded in a sacred dance with them. And so I think what's really important is it's important to be in the moment and to be a participant in your life and to show up fully to your life. But if you never lift up, if you never pan out, if you can't really see what's happening as this choreography of energies, then you're not going to be able to put things in perspective. Tonight's about get it together, get focused for 2019. What do you want to experience, create, or develop? And then let's come up with an action plan tonight, because Aries is really good for that. What is step one with your goal, with your trajectory? Then what's step two? Then what's step three? We're going to ask Hawk in our meditation tonight to show us the way, to lift us up high enough so that we can really see. And I want you to set intentions tonight. I'm going to smudge a little bit. I want you to set intentions tonight for this next lunar cycle. I want to invite you to take a nice deep breath here as I talk to you about this. I want you to set intentions tonight that will lead you to understanding your path for the rest of 2019. What do you need to know, see, or do? Because that's Aries, right? Know, see, do. Ask any Aries what they're best at. They're going to tell you, I know, I see, and I do. They execute. They're executors. I mean, you give an Aries something to do at work, guess what? 10 minutes later it's done, and they're probably already working on something else before you've even asked them. They're kind of awesome that way. Aries friends are like that too. Like, I'm raising an Aries, and he's always thinking 10 steps ahead. He doesn't just, if I ask him to take out the trash, then he's also thinking, well, then after I take out the trash, I'm going to have to do this. And then after that, I should probably do that. And then I should get a clean bag, put the clean bag in. So I should get the clean bag ready before I go and take out the trash. It's remarkable, because I'm not an Aries, so I don't think that way. And my daughter's a Pisces, so she definitely doesn't think that way. On her way to take out the trash, she gets lost because she starts to follow a butterfly, and then she forgot what she was doing. So it's really good to have Aries and Virgo around. God bless you, Aries. Sometimes it's hard because Aries is so methodical that it's like you have to almost like shake them out of it sometimes. They get so focused, and that can lead to anxiety and depression with Aries people. Even Moon and Aries people are sort of susceptible to that. So let's open up a big, beautiful circle for our work this evening, asking our spirit guides to attend to us and help us open a beautiful, solid container of energy and light to support us as we raise energy, to do the sacred work, to set our intentions for the next lunar cycle. We'd love to have you bring your hands to your knees with your palms facing up. You can just hold them in the air like I am, or just rest them on your knees. And take a nice, deep, cleansing breath. We're going to invite in all of the guardians of the sacred gateways to be with us this evening in our ceremony. Calling in spirit guides, calling in ancestors who wish to be with us, to celebrate with us, to be present with us. It's a beautiful new moon. It's I find it kind of sexy. It's got a lot of spice, a lot of energy, a lot of meat on the bone. There's a lot here tonight. So settle in and just give yourself this time. That's it. Like I always say, it's a gift to you and to your spirituality and to your practice and to the blessings that are already on their way for you in this season of spring here in the northern hemisphere, or fall if you're in the southern hemisphere. And so guardians of the East, we invite you this evening to join us in ceremony space, to breathe the breath of life, to help us create spaciousness at this new moon, to allow for new beginnings, new opportunities in the growth season ahead. We welcome you into ceremony space. And guardians of the Southern Gateway, element of fire, we sense that change is ahead on the horizon. We're excited about it. We're ready to welcome it in, to bring it in, to usher it in with open arms. We ask for support and courage, a little bit of playfulness, definitely stamina from the South. We ask for support through transformation, snake medicine, shedding old skin, preparing for new rebirth. We welcome you into the ceremony space. And guardians of the Western Gateway, the Water Gateway, the Mother Gateway, gateway of emotional healing, reconciliation, and integration, we call upon you for energies of renewal, rebirth, recycling, healing, clearing, purification. We welcome you into the ceremony space. Guardians of the Northern Gateway, the Wisdom Gateway, the Ancestral Gateway, guardians of the trees, we welcome you into ceremony space. We ask for grounding and protection, and we ask for wisdom and direction here in the north. So grateful for your presence. We welcome you into ceremony space. And then guardians of the upper realms, the astral gateways, the Akashic Gateway, gateway to all wisdom across time. We ask for angelic blessings this evening as we enter this season of growth. We ask that you uplift us, keep us optimistic, keep us open-hearted, open-minded. Offer us the insight that we need, past, present, future, to make good choices and good decisions in support of the highest good of all in the season ahead. We welcome you into ceremony space. And guardians of the middle world, the Kaipacha, the here and now, the center place, the present place. We ask for your blessings in our day-to-day lives in the season ahead, the cycle ahead, as we set new intentions for what will be. We ask for support from those who surround us in our lives today. Help us to see clearly, communicate clearly, love with an open heart. We welcome you into ceremony space. And then guardians of the lower world, this is the realm of the bones, the realm of the ley lines and the vortex points, Gaia's own sacred grid, crystalline kingdom. We ask you to help us plug in tonight deep into the roots of Pachamama, helping us to nourish ourselves with her micronutrients, to feed, to receive what we need from her womb this evening. Grounding deep into Gaia's own belly, feeling ourselves rest into her embrace this evening. We welcome the guardians of the lower realm into ceremony space, and with that, quite a powerful circle is open for us to raise our energy this evening. And like I said, it's all Aries all the time. I want you to sort of allow that fire energy to rise up through your central column, like Kundalini energy rising. You know, it's like it's very, the season, the energy, the sunshine, the Aries moon, like it's all very fiery and very passionate. And so try to harness some of that tonight. See if you can use it. Work with that energy. Come into relationship with all that fire energy and see if you can find optimism and joy and direction and clarity and momentum there. It's all available for you tonight. And so our sacred tools, we're working with our seer candle. Of course, Gabriel's beautiful art, as he's been, and blessings to that siren. He's been doing our beautiful art for our spirit animal guides all year long, and I think his work with Hawk is no less beautiful, and so we thank him for his inspiration there. And then we're working with Sight perfume, which is sandalwood, frankincense, grapefruit, and bay. Sandalwood's a purifier, helps you release the past, so we're going to anoint. Frankincense is grounding. Grapefruit is uplifting, and it quiets the noise, so you can really hear and get that Aries-oriented direction. And then bay is about psychic gifts, higher wisdom, higher knowing, attunement to the higher self. And so a little bit at my third eye for what I know, at my wrist for what I do, and at my ankles for where I go, which covers all the meridian lines in your body as well with sacred oils. Anointing is very important. And in your ritual toolkit, you know, your perfume represents the element of water. And so that's the purification tool. Your crystal, which tonight we're working with selenite. This was the beautiful sphere that was in your ritual kit this month, which I hope you're enjoying. Just a gorgeous source of pure divine white light. And what I love about this, what I hope anyway, is that after tonight's ritual, this will go on your altar all the time. Did you know, especially in sphere form, this is a constant clearing of energy. This will be like a little energy purifier in your home. You can put this in your bedroom. You can take it to the office. It's a really great tool for the office. And think of it as like emitting a constant beacon of peace around your space. So that's an important tool that we'll be using tonight. And then, so those are your three tools: your perfume, your candle, and your gemstone. Okay, so I am going to light my candle, my seer candle. I'm actually going to put it on my candle base here. Remove one of my flowers for a minute, but that's okay. It actually looks really pretty with my seer candle. And I'm going to light my candle, calling in the element of fire, clarity for direction, beautifully attuned to all of that Aries energy. Okay. And I want you to roll your shoulders back, call your energy into present time, return to that nice receptive position for energy work. And I want you to imagine that, and I want you to just outstretch your arms. It'll help a lot with the visualization and the meditation. So I want you to outstretch your arms and almost imagine that they're wings. And really just moving them out, feeling your wingspan a little bit. Stretch your arms out all the way. And I want you to imagine that your arms literally do become wings for a minute, that you can feel the lightness of your own energy and your own being. I want you to feel yourself take on some of those qualities and characteristics of Hawk. Again, Hawk is powerful and strong. Hawk flies above and sees clearly what is below. And so tonight, Hawk, we ask that you merge with us, join with us, be with us, elevate us, take us on a flight this evening. Allow our wings to become your wings. And I want you to feel yourself just get a little bit lighter in your body. You know, it's a delicate shift, but just feel yourself shift from heaviness to lightness. Almost as if all parts of your body dissolve and are reborn as this beautiful bird with this expansive wingspan. And I want you to feel for a moment what that freedom feels like. That freedom to move and push and fly and expand. Wouldn't it be beautiful if you really could fly above the circumstances of your life, to see them from Hawk's view? Because I bet you'd see them and you wouldn't be as stressed out by them. And you wouldn't be as concerned about them. You'd be able to put them in perspective and see like, oh, so, you know, that one relationship challenge that I'm having, that actually relates to this other thing. And so I don't need to worry about that because this other thing is happening at the same time. Or you'd be able to see, oh, this other person is coming into my life and they're going to help me. So maybe I don't have to be as concerned about the present situation as I am right now. And I think you would just see how connected everything is if you could use Hawk's vision and receive that clarity. And so, Hawk, we ask that you come forward this evening as our guide and help us, lift us up from where we are in this moment and take us upon your wings. And we're going to ask Hawk tonight to help us fly above so that we can set intentions tonight that are truly in alignment with our next good steps. What's the next best thing to do in your life to move in the direction of your visions and your dreams? And so as you, literally, I want you to imagine lifting up, flying up, leaving the room that you're in, allowing Hawk to lift you higher and higher, and fly up above the room that you're in, the building that you're in, the home that you're in. Fly up above over the city that you're in. And I want you to experience the expansiveness now of the air element, which Hawk represents, what spaciousness feels like, getting out of the confines of your daily life and really seeing your life in a broader perspective, opening the aperture to be able to see more of what's happening, and not just in one place or point in time, but really in relationship to everything else that's already unfolding in your life. And so, Hawk, I'd like you to fly us over one situation in our life that is challenging us right now, where we need to take action, but we're not sure, where we need clarity and direction. And I want you can hold your sphere while you do this, or just keep your hands at your sides. I'm going to hold my sphere because you can actually really scry with selenite. Meaning, if you gaze into it while you're in a softened meditative state like this one, that you can actually see and sense and feel information and start to channel and download and receive good insight and good direction and guidance. And so, Hawk, as you fly us above, it's interesting, as you turn it, it almost looks like wings, like you're flying. Hawk, as you fly us above a situation in our lives today where we need greater clarity, where we need greater sight, which is the oil combination that we're working with tonight, help us to become the seer in our own life. What is the next? We're not solving challenges tonight. We're asking tonight, what is the next best action step? Where in our lives is there confusion today, but clarity would come from action? That is such the important question for this new moon in Aries. Where is there confusion today in your life that you could find clarity through sight? From being able to see your life or that situation from a different perspective. And as you gaze at your stone or just keep your eyes closed, let your vision just fall soft and ask to be shown, what is the next best step in that relationship, in that job, with that family member or that friend or that whatever it is that's confusing you or challenging you at this time. What is the next best step for you? And really just listen. It can be a word. Mine's a word. Mine's just a word. But that word can become an intention, and that intention can become an action, and that action can shift the dynamics of your life and result in really profound change, all because of one hint from Hawk Medicine tonight. So what's a word for you, a guide, a sign? Could be very simple direction for you tonight, but what is some good Hawk medicine for us tonight? As you fly high above the situation that we're focused on this evening, Hawk, what do you see that we can't see from where we sit? Show us how easy and effortless change can be. Help us to see with your eyes. Help us to fly with your confidence and your grace. Help us to surrender with your power and your trust and your ease. And another good question for you to consider as you're in this meditation is, What do you need to surrender or release tonight? Because this is a new moon. In order to make progress, to make this kind of Aries move forward and to create this Aries momentum, what do you need to shed or let go of or release tonight? Maybe Hawk can give you some wisdom there. What isn't serving you right now that needs to be surrendered? Again, I'm getting words. Sometimes they communicate with me through pictures, and sometimes they'll give me a word, or sometimes they'll give me a song. Sometimes they'll give me a smell. Today it's just single words. Forgiveness, peace, and they're simple words, but then when you ask yourself, and that's the next right question, okay, that's the next accurate question through Hawk medicine, now what? How do you activate whatever that sign or that word or that guidance or that wisdom is? How do you activate it? So what in practice, what does it look like to go and create forgiveness or model forgiveness or create peace or balance or open your heart space wider, or let go of surrendering of expectations, which is what I feel like a lot of you are connecting with tonight. It's like this whole releasing of what you thought was supposed to be, or what you thought should have been, or what you think you should have, or what you could have created. It's like there's all of this like past tense stuff that's coming up around the collective that's watching tonight and will watch later. And so ask for guidance. Ask Hawk, how do I do that? What's an action step? Because this is an Aries new moon and Hawk knows it. What's the next action step now to release what I need to release, and to then call in with my intentions tonight, whatever I need to create. Now, it's really important. I was doing work this week and kind of channeling and writing a little bit, and what kept coming to me was forgiveness is the releasing of all debts owed, or all debts that are perceived to be owed. You can't really hold other people in a debt because the only person that suffers when you do that is you. It entrains you. It controls you in a way, because when you can't let it go, the only person again who struggles or suffers is you. So it's really important, as hard as it is. And people always ask me, do I have to forgive people? You don't. If you want to live kind of indentured to that energy, then no, you don't ever have to forgive anybody, and you can just stay angry or resentful or whatever it is, but you're not hurting the other person by feeling those things. You're only hurting yourself. And that's a really difficult lesson to learn. And a lot of people have to learn that by just living it until it shows up in their body as disease or pain or struggling on some physical level, and then they get it. So maybe tonight one good intention, if you're open to it, is I'm willing to release all debts owed to me, both real and perceived. Could you do that? Feels like a good intention to me. And you can speak your intentions, you can write your intentions down, but you do have to communicate them. Reality is created through thoughts, words, mostly, and then actions. So your words and your thoughts are constantly creating new patterning, and then you go and inhabit that pattern, and it becomes reality in your life. And so everything that's in your life today was originally created by you through thoughts and words. So claiming what you desire and what kind of experience you want to have and what you're willing to surrender is actually a really powerful exercise. Are you ready? So I want you to take a moment. I want you to set an intention under this new moon, this Aries new moon, about what your next step will be in service of your highest good and what you seek to create in 2019. Isn't that beautiful? That selenite, it's like so gorgeous. So I commit to, and then articulate it. Say it, write it down. What are you committing to tonight? Aries wants a commitment. And they're going to expect you to follow through because they follow through. But you'll also have that support. Aries is all about helping you commit and helping you to stabilize and to activate and to take steps forward in alignment with your visions and your dreams. So you have that support tonight. And if you want, you can articulate a couple of things. I commit to number 1. I commit to number 2. I commit to number 3. Focusing again on what you want to create, experience, and develop in 2019. In this year ahead. What steps can you take in the next lunar cycle? And then breathe into that. Can you imagine if the whole world could release expectations of other people tonight? I will just tell you, it has been one of the major keys to happiness in my life. I really don't expect things from people. I've even really let go of hope a little bit. I hope she does that. I hope he does this. I try to just allow people to be. And I'm learning, like, it's the key to peace. But it makes people sad because they're like, well, I want to expect this from this person, or I think I deserve this from this person. And so it's like, you have to get past a lot of that. I've taught my kids, people don't owe you anything. It's lovely if they do things and they want to do something for you, but they don't owe you anything. So if somebody gives you something or does something for you, you should say that you're grateful because nobody has to do anything for you. It's a tough lesson to learn. I'd rather that they learn it when they're young. People go through life expecting and demanding almost sometimes, and it's like, this isn't, you know what I mean? You need to do your work and set intentions and then allow people to follow their own path. Okay, and then now the commitment to what you're going to release, surrender, let go of, bury, fast from. What are you willing to surrender tonight under this new moon? Because this is the phase for surrendering. What are you going to let go of? What expectations are you going to release people from in service of really creating forgiveness? Which only heals you. Ultimately, forgiving people doesn't give them a gift. They don't get they don't get anything. You get something when you forgive people. I commit to surrendering. I commit to releasing. Fill in those blanks for me. And so great spirit guides, higher self, ancestors who are with us tonight, because I think there are a few. We ask that you see us as we create space for this transformation. Cue siren. See us. Hold the space for us. Stay in your meditation. Okay. Great spirit guides, guardians of the 7 gateways, ancestors, ascended masters, higher self, all beings of light who are with us today on this sacred day, this sacred portal, this beautiful new moon. We ask that you see us and support us, that you send our intentions up to Source on our behalf. Ask that these intentions come to pass in perfect time and in deep and divine alignment with our highest good and the highest good of the collective on this planet at this time. We ask that these intentions come to pass in perfect time and in ways that remind us that magic is real. And together we say, Amen, Aho, and so it is. And then just watching your smoke. If you didn't see it, we put out a meme this past week that talked about when you blow out your candle, watching your smoke and the direction it moves in tells you a little bit about either work that still needs to be done or work that you just completed that was very successful. Mine's moving west, which speaks about emotional renewal, purification, deep healing, and that's kind of what my intentions are about, is some healing and some releasing for me ahead of the growth season that I know is important to my own growth and development, because I'm doing the work as much as you are. We're all walking this same beautiful road together, ultimately really toward the same outcome, the same destination, which is really, that makes me feel better, knowing that I'm not doing this work alone, and hopefully it makes you feel better too. Aho. By the way, this perfume is a great one for meditation. And anytime you need clarity, you need direction, you're like, I don't get it. This is the twilight zone. Have you ever had those moments in your life where you're like, I literally don't know what the heck is happening right now? Sight perfume. There's something about that combination of bay and grapefruit and frankincense that, like, for me, it activates solar plexus, a little bit of root, third eye, and then it opens up a lot of the upper chakras above even the soul star chakra. And so it really will help to connect you, to align you, to balance you, and to give you greater insight and clarity. Aho. And so, guardians of the 7 sacred directions, we thank you for attending us in our beautiful ceremony today. Guardians of the lower realm, the bone kingdom, the mineral kingdom, the ley lines and vortex points and power places and power spaces, we thank you for allowing us to plug in, to burrow in to Gaia's belly, to feel the warmth of her embrace. We release you from the ceremony space with gratitude. Guardians of the middle world, the here and now, the present time, we thank you for your support and your presence and your love. We ask that you see us where we are, continue to nourish us and support us, and send the resources in our direction that we need to move in alignment with our highest good. We release you with gratitude from the ceremony space. And guardians of the upper realms, the astral and angelic gateways, we thank you for deeper insight tonight, a sense of peace and purpose and connection. We release you with gratitude from the ceremony space. Guardians of the north, we thank you for wisdom, stability, and guidance. As always, beautiful protection in our circle, helping us to feel safe and secure as we do our ceremonial work. We release you with gratitude. Guardians of the western gateway, we give thanks for really beautiful purification and healing that comes through. If we can really follow these steps and be committed to this path and in this next lunar cycle, I really feel like there's such a huge potential for emotional transformation and purification, and I wish that for you. We release you, guardians of the west, with gratitude. Guardians of the south, thank you for your fires of transformation and courage. Thank you for helping us slither through and shed our skin and become something new and better than we are today, constantly in service of our growth and development. We release you from the ceremony space with gratitude. And guardians of the east, in your season of spring, thank you for this breath of life, the spaciousness, for Hawk's flight and vision. Brother Hawk, we thank you for being a beautiful guide today, helping to escort us above our challenges, above our day-to-day, above our lives, so that we can see clearly the orchestra, the choreography, the various players and dimensions and dynamics at play, so that we can heal them from a broader perspective with greater clarity. I release you from the ceremony space as well. Aho. Enjoy this new moon. Let it refill you. Let it recharge you. Let it inspire you and expand you. Let it open your wingspan and let it breathe new life into your plans. Let it bring a sense of vitality, clarity, courage, accuracy, which is all of the things that we associate with Aries for sure. I wish you many, many blessings, my sweet brother or sister, and I will look forward to seeing you soon. New moon blessings.